Holes in the wall. We've had to lock up our knives.
The ranch itself has struggled. During a normal week, 25 to 30 children will ride here. When Georgia's shelter-in-place order went into effect, Barefoot closed its gates.
Every single one of these kids are immunocompromised, so we could not take the risk of having them congregate and because one of these guys, they might not make it if they get sick.
According to CBS News, the pandemic has put more than 800 equine therapy programs at risk. It takes more than $6,000 a month to keep the program going here. Some families whose lives have been touched are paying for lessons, even though they're not riding. It's not been easy.
We have a lower barn down there that has a roof leak, and that was on the budget to be fixed, and we haven't been able to fix the roof leak. But we just walk around the drips and deal with it, until we can.
Today, a handful of families are slowly making their way back, grateful for what the horses have provided in the past and looking ahead to the future.
And none of that you feel would have happened without this?
None of that would have been possible.
Not at all.
It would have been impossible otherwise.
Alex and the others are also looking forward to taking part in the Special Olympics. Barefoot Ranch has always had a team represented at the Games. This year, perhaps a little bit smaller. For CBS 46 News, I'm Gurveer Dinsa.
This is CBS 46 News at 5. Getting results.
And get ready. Some strong storms could be coming to parts of the metro. Thanks for joining us for CBS 46 News at 5. I'm Rick Fulbaum.
And I'm Tracy Hutchins. We do want to get the very latest from meteorologist Ella Dorsey. Ella?
Tracy, Rick, we are not seeing any severe storms at this point, but there are some very strong storms, like you mentioned. South of the city, areas north of the city are mostly dry. You can see some light rain from downtown extending down to South Metro, but the strongest of the storms are actually south of South Metro, down towards central Georgia, Butts County, Thomaston seeing very heavy rain, northern Pike County as well. But I want to focus on this. This is a thunderstorm moving through Randolph County, Alabama, into Heard County right now, central Hatchie area, down towards LaGrange. A ton of lightning on the storm just in the last 10 minutes. In fact, I'm going to query this so we can see how much lightning is on it. It looks like 133 lightning strikes in the last 10 minutes. So if you live in Heard County, Randolph County, Alabama, you definitely need to be inside. This storm is tracking towards LaGrange. And zooming out, there's actually a couple of thunderstorm complexes extending all the way back into Mississippi that are sagging down through the south. We are going to see a chance for storms because of these complexes through the overnight hours. So through this evening, plan on additional thunderstorms. About a 40% chance you'll see another storm between now and midnight tonight. Here's the good news. Rain chances will be much lower tomorrow. We'll get mostly cloudy skies. It will be hot. Temperatures could reach the 90-degree mark in many areas, upper 80s, humid with mostly cloudy skies, and only isolated showers tomorrow. All eyes are on Tropical Storm Cristobal, which is now taking aim at the United States. I'm going to break down everything that we know about this storm system coming up here at 5:30.
Ella, thanks. We will see you then. Right now, we are learning new details about one of the 6 officers charged in the tasing of 2 college students. Our CBS 46 cameras captured that moment during protests on Sunday. Well, it happened exclusively, our viewers could see. Well, William T. Sauls is also under investigation for a controversial shooting 3 years ago, and people are accusing the DA of stalling the investigation. CBS 46's Jamie Kennedy has the details.
It's the video that thrust Atlanta protests of the killing of George Floyd into the national spotlight. A CBS 46 investigation discovered one of the officers charged over that incident, Officer William Sauls, is also under investigation by the Fulton County DA for Sauls' involvement in the shooting of Jamarian Robinson. He's also facing a federal lawsuit by Jamarian's mother for the wrongful shooting of her son.
Prior to the coronavirus, we were going to present that case to a grand jury.
In the lawsuit, it claims officers sprayed more than 59 bullets into the condo where Jamarian was staying. It says officers tampered with evidence, even dragging the corpse down a flight of stairs. Jamarian's mother addressing the new charges brought against Officer Sauls in a Facebook post saying the officer should have been fired a long time ago. The DA has been accused of stalling its investigation.
In the case involving Jamarian Robinson, none of those officers was wearing a body cam. It's the case that involved Mr. Young and Ms. Pilgrim, we had 7 body cams from different angles.
Paul Howard calling out the police union for saying he hasn't tried to speak with Officer Saul over the latest charges.
That is so hypocritical.
The police union firing back.
We don't trust Paul Howard. You should at least ask to get both sides.
The DA throwing down.
My office is at 136 Pryor Street, and I'll be glad to meet him there tomorrow.
Jamie Kennedy, CBS 46 News.
Community leaders and organizations holding a press conference this afternoon, along with a woman who says she was body slammed during protests at Lenox Mall. She says that her shoulder was broken. Amber Jackson is her name, and she is the fiance of Hosea Williams' grandson, Andre. They said they were leaving Lenox Mall when police pulled her out of the car and body slammed her to the ground. Activists are calling for the resignation of the officer involved, as well as for Police Chief Erica Shields. CBS 46's Yasmina Austin live in Atlanta. And Yasmina, you asked the department about this. What'd they say?
Yeah, that's right. Like you mentioned, the attorneys did say they wanted the officer involved to resign, as well as the police chief. And I did reach out to Atlanta Police to get a response to the press conference and that video as well, but we haven't heard back yet. But we are still working to get those answers. Now, this happened at a protest in Buckhead almost a week ago now, much like the protest that we're still continuing to see today. So right now we're on Trinity and Peachtree, and you can see a familiar scene here, the National Guard blocking off part of the intersection over here. And then if you look right to my left, you can see there's actually a protest going on right now. Now, one of the things that's different about this one than the other ones I've seen in the last week or so is that this one's smaller. It's a smaller crowd, and they have different speakers that are coming up to speak during this protest. Now, this protest was originally planned to be at Atlanta Police Headquarters, but as you can see, the street leading up to Atlanta Police Headquarters on both sides is completely blocked off. There's no way that any traffic or anyone can get down to that area. They've got barricades set up, and they've got officers as well. So this is just one of the several protests that are still going on here in the downtown Atlanta area today. Back to you guys.
Yasmina, thank you. Well, the Atlanta police officer who was struck by an ATV over the weekend, yeah, that video is hard to watch there. That officer has 2 broken legs. Today, his daughter and friends spoke to us about his long road to recovery. CBS 46's Ashley Thompson is live near Ted Turner and Marietta Street. That's where that accident happened on Saturday night. Ashley?
That's right, Tracy. It happened around 10:30. Officer Max Brewer was directing traffic in this intersection, and it was a very busy intersection that night. Take a look. We're only 1 block away from Centennial Olympic Park, the main protest location. Now, we've got some video of the incident. We want to warn you, though, it is disturbing, but the governor says he wants everyone to see it. Shocking video shows the moment Atlanta police officer Max Brewer was plowed into by a man on a yellow ATV.
I've seen little clips.
His daughter, Samaris Payne, can't bear to watch the whole thing.
Of course, he has 2 broken legs, so that's going to take some time to heal, of course. But I think that he's doing great under the circumstances that he's in.
Avery Goggins was driving the ATV, the crash catapulting him into the air. Police are investigating whether Brewer was intentionally struck.
You hear about everything that's going on today in America, so of course that's a concern. Your dad is out there, he's trying to protect, everyone, and every day that he goes out to protect everyone, he's risking his life.
Brewer has been with APD for almost 2 decades. His friend and former Atlanta Police Lieutenant Mike Smith says he's staying positive.
He's in horrific pain, but he can still get you to laugh, and he'll still laugh with the pain that he's in.
He's one of the most genuine people that I've ever met. I'm sad that something like that has happened to him, because he's the last person that deserves to go through something like that.
Really just heartbreaking. Now we're keeping an eye on that crowd over there at Centennial Olympic Park Drive in Marietta. You could see it continues to grow. The suspect in this case is facing 7 charges, including reckless driving and DUI. We do have the link to the GoFundMe set up on the CBS 46 News app and on our website, that GoFundMe for Officer Max Brewer, to help him with any medical expenses. Live in Atlanta, Ashley Thompson, CBS 46 News.
All right, we certainly wish the officer the best, and we remind the protesters